Unleashing your inner fire, the unstoppable power of passion and perseverance. Welcome to the BlackCEO Podcast, where we ignite minds and inspire action. Today, we're diving into a conversation that will not just challenge your perspective, but set your soul ablaze with possibility. I recently had the extraordinary privilege of interviewing Sharon Ewell, a visionary whose insights have the power to transform lives and reshape our world. Sharon isn't just a successful entrepreneur or a motivational speaker. She's a force of nature, a catalyst for change who has touched countless lives with her unwavering commitment to human potential. As we begin this journey together, I want you to take a moment and really settle in. Close your eyes if you can, take a deep breath, and prepare yourself. Because the next few minutes aren't just going to be a passive listening experience, they're going to be a call to arms for your dreams, your ambitions, and the fire that burns within you. Now, let me ask you a question that might make you squirm in your seat. When was the last time you gave up on something you were truly passionate about? Take a moment to really think about it. Was it yesterday, last week, maybe years ago, but the memory still stings like it was yesterday? I want you to hold on to that feeling, that memory, because we're about to embark on a journey that will challenge everything you think you know about failure, perseverance, and the untapped potential that lies dormant within you. Imagine for a moment a world where giving up simply isn't an option. A world where every setback, every no, every closed door is just a detour on the path to success. This isn't some far-fetched utopia. It's the reality that Sharon Ewell lives and breathes every single day. And today, we're going to learn how to make it our reality too. During our conversation, Sharon shared a philosophy that hit me like a lightning bolt. Never give up on what you're passionate about. Work towards your goal each and every day, and do not listen to the naysayers. Stay focused and do whatever it is you set out to do. Simple words, right? But let them sink in for a moment. How many times have we let the opinions of others derail our dreams? How often have we convinced ourselves that our goals were too lofty, too unrealistic? Sharon's words aren't just empty motivational fluff. They're a battle cry for anyone who's ever felt beaten down by life's challenges. But here's the kicker. This isn't about blind optimism or ignoring reality. It's about developing a resilience that's unshakable, a determination that laughs in the face of adversity. Sharon's approach is both stern and passionate, a perfect blend of tough love and unwavering support. And let me tell you, her passion is contagious. As we spoke, I could feel my own doubts and fears melting away, replaced by a burning desire to chase after my wildest ambitions. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. Easy for her to say, she doesn't know my situation. And you're right, everyone's journey is unique. But that's exactly why Sharon's message is so powerful. It's not about comparing yourself to others or following a one-size-fits-all formula for success.
It's about tapping into your own inner fire and refusing to let it be extinguished. Let me share a story that Sharon told me, one that perfectly illustrates this point. Early in her career, she faced a rejection that would have sent most people packing. She had poured her heart and soul into a project only to have it dismissed by someone she deeply respected in her industry. The criticism was harsh, cutting to the core of her self-belief. For a moment, she wavered. The voice of doubt crept in, whispering that maybe she wasn't cut out for this after all. But then something remarkable happened. Instead of retreating, Sharon chose to use that rejection as fuel. She dissected the criticism, identified areas for improvement, and threw herself back into her work with renewed vigor. The result? Not only did she eventually succeed in that project, but she also developed a thick skin and a problem-solving mindset that has served her throughout her entire career. That single moment of choosing perseverance over defeat set the tone for a lifetime of achievement. This story resonated with me on a deep level, and I bet it strikes a chord with many of you as well. How often have we let a single setback derail our entire journey? How many dreams have been abandoned because we couldn't see past the immediate obstacle? Sharon's experience teaches us a valuable lesson. Rejection isn't the end of the road. It's a detour that can lead to even greater destinations. It's a chance to reassess, refine, and come back stronger than ever. But let's be real for a moment. This isn't easy. Perseverance in the face of adversity isn't some magical skill that some people are born with. It's a muscle that needs to be exercised daily. And that's where Sharon's advice to work towards your goal each and every day comes into play. It's not about making huge leaps every single day. Sometimes
Progress is measured in inches, not miles. The key is consistency. Even on the days when you feel like you're trudging through mud, taking that small step forward is a victory. It's a declaration to yourself and the world that you're committed to your passion no matter what. Now, let's talk about those naysayers. You know who I'm talking about. The well-meaning friends who tell you to be realistic, the family members who question your choices, the colleagues who scoff at your ambitions. Sharon's advice: don't listen to them. This doesn't mean you should ignore all feedback or criticism. Constructive input can be invaluable, but there's a big difference between thoughtful advice and dream-killing negativity. Learning to distinguish between the two is a crucial skill on the path to success. Remember, most naysayers are speaking from a place of their own fears and limitations. Their doubts are a reflection of their reality, not yours. Your dreams belong to you, and you alone have the power to bring them to life. During our conversation, Sharon emphasized the importance of surrounding yourself with supportive, like-minded individuals. Seek out mentors who have walked the path you aspire to travel. Connect with peers who share your drive and ambition. Create an environment that nurtures your passion rather than stifles it. But here's a hard truth. Even with the most supportive network, there will be times when you feel alone in your journey. Moments when the weight of your goals feels crushing and giving up seems like the easiest option. It's in these moments that Sharon's words become a lifeline. Stay focused and do whatever it is you set out to do. This isn't just about stubbornness or refusing to quit. It's about having a crystal clear vision of what you want to achieve and letting that vision guide you through the storms. It's about remembering why you started this journey in the first place and holding on to that purpose with both hands. Sharon shared an exercise with me that I found incredibly powerful, and I want to pass it on to you. Take a moment right now to close your eyes and visualize your ultimate goal. See it in vivid detail. How does it feel to achieve it? What does your life look like? Who are you impacting? Let that vision fill you with energy and determination. Now, open your eyes and look around you. The gap between where you are and where you want to be might seem vast, but remember, every great achievement started with a single step. Your job isn't to leap across that chasm in one bound. It's to wake up each day and move forward, even if it's just by an inch. As we wrapped up our interview, Sharon left me with a thought that I haven't been able to shake. All things are possible to them who believe. It's a simple statement, but the implications are profound. Your beliefs shape your reality. If you believe something is impossible, it becomes impossible for you. But if you truly believe in your ability to achieve your goals, you open up a world of possibilities. This isn't about magical thinking or ignoring real-world challenges. It's about cultivating a mindset that sees obstacles as opportunities, failures as lessons, and setbacks as setups for comebacks. It's about approaching each day with the unshakable conviction that you are capable of extraordinary things. Now, I want to be clear. This journey isn't easy. There will be days when you question everything, when the path ahead seems insurmountable. But that's exactly why Sharon's message is so important. Success isn't about avoiding difficulties. It's about developing the resilience to push through them. Let me share another powerful story from Sharon's experiences. She once worked with a young entrepreneur who had a brilliant idea for a tech startup. This young woman had the skills, the vision, and the drive to make it happen. But there was one problem. She was constantly comparing herself to others in the industry, particularly those who had more experience or came from more privileged backgrounds. This comparison game was paralyzing her. Every time she saw a competitor's success, she'd spiral into self-doubt. Who am I to think I can compete with them? She'd ask herself. This mindset was holding her back from taking the necessary risks to grow her business. Sharon's advice to her was simple but transformative. Stop looking at what others have that you don't and start focusing on what you have that they don't. She encouraged the young entrepreneur to make a list of her unique strengths, experiences, and perspectives. What made her approach different? What insights did she have that others might overlook? This exercise was a game changer. The young woman realized that her background, which she had previously seen as a disadvantage, actually gave her a unique understanding of an underserved market. She pivoted her business model to focus on this niche, and within a year, her startup was thriving. The lesson here is powerful. Your unique journey, with all its challenges and apparent setbacks, is actually your greatest asset. It's what sets you apart in a world of sameness. It's what allows you to see opportunities that others miss. This story illustrates a crucial point in Sharon's philosophy: the importance of self-belief and self-awareness. It's not just about blindly pushing forward. It's about understanding your unique value and leveraging it to its fullest potential. Now, let's talk about fear. It's the elephant in the room whenever we discuss chasing our dreams, isn't it? That paralyzing emotion that keeps us stuck in our comfort zones, that whispers, "What if you fail?" in our ears just as we're about to take a leap. Sharon has a unique perspective on fear. She sees it not as an enemy to be vanquished, but as a signpost pointing towards growth. If your dreams don't scare you, she told me, they're not big enough. Think about that for a moment. The presence of fear doesn't mean you're on the wrong path. It often means you're on the right one. It means you're pushing yourself beyond your current limitations, stretching into new territory. Sharon shared a personal anecdote that beautifully illustrates this point. Early in her career, she was offered a speaking engagement at a prestigious conference. It was a huge opportunity, but the thought of addressing such a large, influential audience terrified her. Her first instinct was to politely decline. But then she remembered her own advice about fear. Instead of backing away, she leaned in. She accepted the offer and then threw herself into preparation. She practiced her speech relentlessly, sought feedback from trusted mentors, and visualized a successful outcome. The day of the conference arrived, and yes, she was still scared. But she channeled that fear into energy, into passion for her message. And you know what? Her speech was a resounding success. It opened doors to opportunities she had never even dreamed of. The lesson here is clear. Don't let fear be a stop sign. Let it be a starting gun. When you feel that flutter of anxiety, that quickening of your pulse, recognize it for what it is, a sign that you're about to do something important, something that matters. Now, let's address another crucial aspect of pursuing your passions, the inevitability of failure. Yes, you heard me right. If you're pushing yourself, if you're truly striving for greatness, failure isn't just a possibility, it's a certainty, and that's okay. In fact, it's more than okay, it's necessary. Sharon has a saying that I absolutely love. Failure is not the opposite of success, it's a stepping stone to success. This shift in perspective is revolutionary. Instead of seeing failure as an implement, see it as a data point. It's information that you can use to refine your approach, to make better decisions, to grow. She shared a story about a client who had failed spectacularly in his first business venture. He had poured everything into it, his savings, his time, his identity. When it collapsed, he was devastated. He came to Sharon ready to give up on entrepreneurship altogether. But Sharon challenged him to reframe his experience. Together, they dissected the failure. What went wrong? What could have been done differently? What lessons could be extracted? Through this process, the entrepreneur realized that his failure had taught him more about business than any success could have. He had gained invaluable insights into market dynamics, team management, and his own strengths and weaknesses. Armed with this new perspective and knowledge, he launched a second venture. And guess what? It thrived. The lessons from his first failure became the foundation of his future success. This story underscores a vital truth. Failure is only final if you let it be. Every setback, every misstep, every faceplant into the mud is an opportunity to learn, to grow, to come back stronger and wiser. But here's the thing. Embracing failure doesn't mean you seek it out. It doesn't mean you don't try your hardest to succeed. It simply means that when failure does occur, and you don't let it define you. You don't let it stop you. You pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and you keep moving forward. This resilience, this ability to bounce back, is what separates those who achieve their dreams from those who don't. It's not talent, it's not luck. It's the stubborn refusal to stay down when life knocks you down. Now, let's talk about passion. It's a word we throw around a lot, isn't it? Follow your passion, we're told. But what does that really mean? And more importantly, how do we do it in a world that often seems designed to crush our dreams? Sharon has a unique take on passion. She sees it not just as a feeling, but as a fuel. Passion, when properly harnessed, can drive you through the toughest challenges, the darkest doubts, the most daunting obstacles. But here's the catch. Passion alone isn't enough. It needs to be paired with purpose. Sharon often tells her clients, don't just follow your passion. Align your passion with a greater purpose. She shared a powerful example of this principle in action. She once worked with a talented artist who was struggling to make a living from her art. The artist was passionate about her work, but she felt unfulfilled and was considering giving up on her dream. Sharon challenged her to think beyond her own satisfaction. How can your art serve others? She asked. This question sparked a transformation. The artist began to explore how her work could address social issues she cared about. She started creating pieces that not only expressed her passion, but also raised awareness about important causes. The result, her work took on new depth and meaning. It resonated with people in a way it never had before. And yes, she began to achieve the success she had always dreamed of. But more importantly, she found a sense of fulfillment that went beyond personal achievement. This story illustrates a crucial point. When we align our passions with a purpose greater than ourselves, we tap into a wellspring of motivation and resilience that can carry us through any challenge. So I ask you, what's your passion and how can you align it with a greater purpose? How can your unique gifts, your unique voice contribute to making the world a better place? These aren't easy questions to answer, but they're essential ones if you want to live a life of true fulfillment and impact. As we near the end of our time together, I want to circle back to where we started. Remember that moment of giving up that I asked you to recall? I want you to revisit it now, but with new eyes, with the perspective we've gained from Sharon's wisdom. What if, instead of a moment of defeat, you could reframe it as a moment of redirection? What if it wasn't an end, but a beginning? What if the universe wasn't saying no, but rather not this way, try another path? Because here's the truth. It's never too late to reignite your passion. It's never too late to chase your dreams. And it's certainly never too late to make a difference in the world. Sharon's insights remind us that we all have within us the power to achieve incredible things. We all have dreams that are worthy of pursuit. We all have a unique contribution to make to this world. So I want to leave you with a challenge. And think about that goal you've been putting off, that dream you've been too afraid to chase. I want you to commit to taking one concrete step towards it today. It doesn't have to be big. Remember, progress is progress, no matter how small. Maybe it's making that phone call you've been avoiding. Maybe it's signing up for that class you've been eyeing. Maybe it's simply writing down your goal and putting it somewhere you'll see it every day. Whatever it is, do it. Take that step. And then tomorrow, take another one. Remember Sharon's words. Never give up on what you're passionate about. Work towards your goal each and every day and do not listen to the naysayers. Stay focused and do whatever it is you set out to do. Let these words be your mantra. Let them guide you when the path gets tough. Let them remind you of your own strength and potential. As we conclude this journey together, I want you to know that this isn't just the end of a podcast episode. It's the beginning of a new chapter in your life, a chapter where you refuse to let fear hold you back. A chapter where you see failures as lessons, not defeats. A chapter where you align your passions with a greater purpose. The world needs your voice. It needs your ideas. It needs your passion and your perseverance. So go out there and unleash your inner fire. Chase your dreams with unwavering determination. And remember, you have the power to not just change your life, but to change the world. Thank you for joining me on this transformative journey. Now go out there and make your mark. The world is waiting for you